Guess a theme. Let's analyze the door.
It looks like there are 3 types of inscriptions. There are 3 styles of writing, and I've got 3 nails. There must be a link. I must surely put in 1 nail per category.
Okay, so we have the towns. We have the chapters, and we have the verses.
These towns have one thing in common. They're all related to the life and death of Jesus.
Okay.
For example, Jordan is the place of the baptism of Christ.
So if it's all baptism, then we would go with that.
Clearly, we have names of towns, Arabian numerals, and Roman numerals. The fresco clearly shows the birth of Christ.
Louis, I
So
can
then
assure
Jordan.
you that is not the solution to this enigma. This
What?
fresco's only purpose is to mislead. I know that now. Please, focus on another theme about Christ.
Okay, so maybe we focus
We'll have
on
to trust her.
the death of Christ.
You could see that the paint has come off in parts. Difficult to see what was there, but I can distinguish the letters N-R-I.
NRI.
Nothing more.
Okay.
Why, of course. I-N-R-I. Jesus Nazarenus
Inri.
Rex Eudorum. These initials stand for Jesus the Nazarene, King of the Jews. This is the inscription which appears on the cross at the crucifixion of Jesus.
Okay. So the crucifixion then maybe is what we want.
Yes, it's definitely a representation of the birth of Christ, but some of the details have flaked away. I can't see any other clues. One thing is for sure, this enigma deals with the life of Jesus, like my mother said.
Okay, so then let's do the deduction. We'll do this one for free.
If Mortimer deliberately set a trap by showing the birth of Christ, then maybe the solution is the
Good.
contrary.
Okay, so we're on the right page.
The death of Christ in that case?
Which means we need to read this, probably.
This exegesis contains comments from Judas on the different Gospels. It only contains certain chapters and verses, and the chapters are indicated by Roman numerals. The lexicon refers to different chapters and verses from the exegesis of Judas.
So, would it be Nazareth?
Chapter 24, verse 3. Jesus rose from the dead on the 14th of Nisan, 3793, in Nazareth.
No,
He appeared with a halo above his head.
that's the resurrection.
Chapter 24, verse 3. But when they entered, they did not find the body of the Lord Jesus. While they were wondering about this, suddenly, 2 men in clothes that gleamed like lightning stood beside them. In their fright, the women bowed down with their faces
So
to
where
the
did
ground.
Jesus...
But the men said to them, "Why do you look for the living among the dead? He is not here. He has risen. Remember how he told you while he was..."
Or maybe if we do the themes here. Yeah, the crucifixion.
Chapter 19, verse 17.
1917.
Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The
Jerusalem.
Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Okay, then... Jerusalem. We've got St. Mark or St. Jean. And this is 1422. Trying to see if anything matches up in here. Crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793. There's like the Nisan 8 there. So, we know where some of the nails need to go. It's gotta be Jerusalem. Where is it? So, Jerusalem here. Then, Roman numeral 14? Do we have a Roman numeral 14? Yep. And then 22.
Interesting.
Louis, you are doing what I've already done. I told you it wouldn't work. You need
is
to
not what you
find
did.
another subject than the birth of Christ.
This is not the birth.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem. The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head. Chapter 19, verse 17. And he, bearing his cross, went forth into a place called the place of a skull, which is called in the Hebrew Golgotha, where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, on either side, and Jesus in the midst.
Okay, so... okay, I will have cut out a ton of this. I've been here way too long trying to figure this out. But I'm thinking now that... so I noticed...
Chapter 19, verse 17.
I don't want this.
And he,
but I noticed that
bearing
none
his
of those,
cross,
or not
went
all of
forth
those
into a
towns in the
place
outer
called
ring
the place of a skull,
actually show
which is
up
called
in the towns that
Hebrew
we can read about.
Golgotha, where they crucified him,
And
2 others
that
with him,
Golgotha
on either side, and Jesus in the
is
midst.
explicitly mentioned in the crucifixion passage. So, like, when I look in these towns, you can see Bethesda, Abu Ghosh, Bethlehem, Nazareth. You can see all of these. Some of them you can't, like 9, and Lanuvium I don't see on there. But Golgotha's up there, and it's mentioned in the crucifixion one. So, let's see. Let's insert nails. Let's remove everything. And let's go Golgotha, and then 1917? There we go. There we go, baby! Okay. That's embarrassing. It took me a really long time. Really, really long time. My god.
It works.
Well done, Louis. I hadn't seen those other wheels. Try connecting the theme to see if it goes all the way.
Now what? Okay. Now we've got inside wheels.
There must surely be a connection between the wheels.
Okay, let's start with the outside, analyze the wheel of icons.
There's different icons on this wheel, but it looks like some of them can't be connected to the other wheels.
Oh, like the lines coming in from the outside and the middle ones? Let's ask Mom.
Mother, what do you think?
As I told you, I didn't get that far. Nevertheless, these icons do represent moments in the life of Christ.
Okay, so... You know what, let's do one of these.
I think I can make out each one of the icons apart from the one covered in blood. Going clockwise from the one I just mentioned, we have the halo that represents the resurrection.
Okay.
The waves represent the baptism of Jesus. It's more difficult to identify the next one.
The egg thing?
Maybe a crib, and in that case it's surely linked to the birth of Christ.
Oh, the crown
The
could be
red
from the
herring that my
crucifixion.
mother followed. Then,
Yeah.
the symbol represents the crown of thorns that Jesus wore during his crucifixion. The dove also represents the baptism. Certainly another red herring. Then comes the symbol of the Trinity. And finally, the candle that must stand for the Last Supper.
So we don't know what the, we don't know what that bottom one is, but let's analyze the number of icons here.
Now, given the difference between the number of icons and the number of towns, I think that only one path connects all the wheels with one another. Let's try to connect the theme I've chosen with the rest.
Oh, you link it to the town? Okay, what about the second one? I guess dates. 1A... Oh, hold on. Does this help us? Maybe.
This wheel contains several symbols made up of 1 or 2 figures and 1 letter. The highest figure does not exceed 31, and each letter corresponds to a month of the year. A for April,
Oh, okay.
and M for March.
So
I
it's
think these symbols must represent a specific date.
day, then month. Gotcha. Okay, and then the moons?
This wheel represents the different moons. In the occult sciences, we represent the full moon by an X. As for the dark moon, called the new moon, in cults, it's often associated with something harmful.
Okay, let's do another free one here.
The totally black moon corresponds to the new moon. So, going clockwise, we have the waning crescent, the last quarter, the waning gibbous, the full moon, the waxing gibbous, the first quarter, and lastly, the waxing crescent.
Okay, I have no idea. Alright, cool. Look at the mechanism.
Look at this. They're notches between each of the wheels. So, I have to link the name of the town from the theme I've chosen to an icon.
Okay,
Then
that's fine.
to a date. And finally, the date to the moon.
That's okay. Well, let's try... Let's try this. How do I, like, move the wheels? Align discs to match the chosen thematic and pull the trigger. I just realized we have all these other things to do. We have all these other things here. Or not. Oh, yeah, okay. Study the sphere, test moon cycles.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east, meaning left to right, and goes through the following states. Waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
I think that's in the reverse order that they explained it when looking at the diagram, according to what I've written down.
During new moon, the moon is entirely in the shadow. Then, the shadow moves from west to east.
Yeah, because the other one they go
left to right,
clockwise, and it
goes through
starts
the
with...
following states. Waxing crescents, first quarter, waxing gibbous.
Yeah, see, this is going the
full
other way
moon,
around,
waning gibbous,
but that's fine.
last quarter, waning crescent, and the cycle starts over with the full shadowed new moon.
Okay.
The moon shadow moves from west to east.
Okay, so then these... Okay, I recognize some of these things. So we need to figure out...
13th of Shaban, 607. Waxing gibbous.
Gotcha. Okay.
8th of Ramadan.
So we're gonna need to figure out which one we want to line up.
553. Waxing crescent.
But can we actually, like... Oh, maybe we just operate with these levers. Ah, okay. So Wheel of Icons, I'm pretty sure we want to put this one on Golgotha, like that. Right? I think that makes sense. Now, the dates. When... Wait, what dates do we have in here? 29S? Nope. 26th of March? Yes, we have. We have 26th March. What else do we have? 8th of April? We have that as well. We need to figure out some of these dates.
Chapter 19, verse 17. Jesus was crucified on the 8th of Nisan, 3793, in a place near Jerusalem.
That's 829
the
then.
Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
I think. 8th of Nisan. It could be April... Sorry, it could be April 8th or March 26th. We have... I'm really confident with the symbol. The date, I think, makes sense. But it could be See, the thing is, that other Nissan has a year, and this one doesn't.
The Romans put a crown of thorns on his head.
Okay, this confirms it. If you look at the middle thing, the Shaban and 607, those are both the same there in the same year. And this would have been like a week earlier. And one is 7 and one is 13. So, yeah, okay, so that's gotta be the same year then. The year's just not there for whatever, maybe it's old text, I don't know. But that's gotta be why. Because you have the 14 Nissan 3793, you have the 8 Nissan 3793. Both are in Shaban compared to the other one that's Rajab. And both are 607. So, I think we got it, guys. I think this is it. Mom? How's your arm feeling? I don't know. I'm going for it. All that's left, put in our hand. Let's go.
I can feel the lever at the bottom.
Good luck.
Okay, I'm going.
I never doubted you, my son.
Dude, this was like at least an hour. Oh my god. We got it though. We got it. Okay, nice. All the keys that my mother asked me to find. Got the cross. Unlock the first wheel. Crack the code of the crypt door. George Washington still investigating. No alternate path, no fails. That was tricky, but right at the end there, that clicked as like, oh, that's okay, the year's not showing, but it matches the moon phases, which I didn't even... I was like, what the frick are these dates? I don't know, but I'm glad that it worked out. We have 4 more points now as well. Look at this. Oh, we could try and max that out, or we could become more well-rounded. Conviction, maybe some occultism stuff. Like, what the hell is behind this door? What is happening in this game? Because now we got, like, demons. I'm actually gonna focus on, some of the occultism stuff, just considering what we're running into right now. Okay, man. Well, I've said this a few times, but... I'm so intrigued, I gotta know what's going on. I will say, like, the puzzles, man, they are very frustrating to me. Maybe they're over my head. They seemingly are, because, like, I look at them and I'm like, what? It's the same as the last episode with the Bible verses. That took me forever. I just couldn't figure that out. And, yeah, well, here we are. We did figure this one out. That feels nice. Feels pretty good. Couple of aha moments. A lot of, like, me repeating the same stuff over and over, which I will have cut out to save you guys the time. But, yeah, man. I'm intrigued. You know, they've got, what, I think 5 episodes planned. So, 2 more episodes. See you in a couple of months, I guess. And, I'm gonna finish it, because I'm invested this much, but... there's a couple of problems, right? Number one, sometimes the subtitles don't match what they're saying, and I remember in this one there was they were saying there was, what was it, the 5 clues or something, but there were actually 6 or vice versa, and then sometimes their mouths wouldn't move when they're talking, and you don't know if it's like internal dialogue or not. The puzzles seem like unnecessarily complex, but I can appreciate why it's complex. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just tough for me. Anyways, I just want to know what happens now, and I'm fully invested, so hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. I'll roll this out to the end to see if there's anything, but whew, my brain is melting right now. Melting. Thanks for watching, guys.